All right, guys, we finally made it. It's the final episode of the production process. In the next episode, we're going to get the mix down going. And then the episode after that, we're going to master it and we're done. So let's get into it. We have the save for later folder with the notes for the like lowered bass, filter out towards the drop, stuff like that. All right, so we're going to do the automations. So first thing I'm going to do, just to keep it simple, I'm going to delete anything that doesn't have notes on it. So I don't think any of these have notes. This doesn't have a note. So not everything's going to have a note with this process. So this has a note. Nope. So we can see where we need to do the automation. The offbeat snares, I think I saved for later because I didn't like the sound of it. But now that I'm listening, I think it sounds pretty decent. So I'm going to just delete the offbeat snares. So we have the 16th note shakers. And a lot of the automation is going to be in build-ups or breaks. So you'll see the correlation between the peaks and the valleys of the tracks with the automation. So yes, as you can see, really all the automation we have is in the breakdowns where it's becoming a build-up. So let's go. We'll start from the top. The vocal chops are getting washed out by reverb. So we're going to go into our vocal chops over here. We are going to add a reverb on the channel. Sometimes for a reverb effect, you will use a return track. So you could do insert return track, and we're going to put that in the mixing process where we're going to add reverb to sounds where it won't affect the original sound, but it will have reverb to it. Because if you add reverb to the regular track, it's going to push the sound back in the mix. And that's what we are going to do in this part because we don't want it to be too overwhelming in the buildup. We want it to be in the back so when the drop hits, it's more impactful. So let's go here, audio effects, reverb. So it's saying, what's the note? Getting washed out towards the drop. So the drop is right there. What we are going to do is, well, first we're going to do a low cut here. Bring the decay time up. And now we're going to hit the dry wet to automate this. So we're going to go to dry wet. Yep, it's at 55%. Bring this down. Bring it down. We're going to add a second reverb in the return channel in the mixing process, but let's see how it sounds right now. All right, so that's good for that. We can delete the vocal chops. Next, we have filtered bass, lower as drop approaches. So that when I write lowered, it's just going to be a volume automation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and we'll start it over here and bring it down 3 or 4 dB. We're going to bring it down 6 dB. All right. So filtered bass is now done. 16th note shakers lowered towards the drop. So we're going to go to drums. Here we got the shakers. Another volume automation. And we'll start right here where the white noise starts. And we're going to bring this down about 5 dB as well. Oh, we're going to bring this down a lot, actually. Yeah, let's let some low end out on these snare builds too while we're here. We can clean that up in the mixing process. So that's what we got for the shakers. We can delete these now. And all right, so the upbeat hats are getting filtered out here and then lowered over here. So let's go to the upbeat hats, enable the volume. See how loud they are towards the drop. All right, so it's just getting lowered a little bit. We'll bring this down like 3.5 dB. All right, cool. Yeah, we're definitely going to fix that snare build in the mixdown process. So we lowered it and now we're going to filter it out. So we'll start right around here. Oh, this is the... So what we're going to do is we're going to enable filter 8 in the EQ. And right around here, we're going to take out some high end. And we're going to take out some low end at the same time. All right, cool. So up hats are done. The little kick now, we are going to filter it out towards the drop, and that's it. All right, so let's go to little kick. Close this out. Oh yeah, I already did this. I was just fucking around with this before. So filtering it out, I think, no, this is the volume. So we lowered it for the volume. We're gonna filter it out towards the drop now. So we're gonna do the same thing where we're gonna take out a little bit of low and a little bit of high. We'll do it right from here. Bring this down to, yep, right there. And then take out some low end. The little kick is done. We have the clap filter out towards the drop. So same thing. We're going to go to the claps as a group. Put the EQ 8 on there. And we're going to do the same thing. All right, and that is it now for the automation. We are done. We can delete this entire group. So now we just have the reference track, the kick, the bass, the drums, white noise, snare builds, effects, fills, vocal chops, synths, and candy. We also can, we have to, and we'll do it in the mixing process, do a little pre-drop fill. I had never got to do that in the other episode, so we'll add that in real quick while we're doing the mixing. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.